Hello, folks. So here we have the July 7th unit game, which also happens to be the WBL sectional. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So the very first board, North deals, and um, so the North hand, I think, is a pretty normal opener these days. For those of you who might open 11 counts, since you do have the 5 card suit, you have both majors, and you have 3 10s. I think you might even open this if you were playing a more regular opening style. This is certainly an upgradable 11. So you open one heart, and it goes pass, and South will bid a game forcing 2 clubs, and it goes pass, and North, for us, we play that 2 diamonds is waiting over our 2 club game forcing bid, so that's what I bid. But if you don't play that, you just bid whatever your system bid is. Either 2 no trump if 2 hearts shows 6 or 2 diamonds waiting, or you can rebid 2 hearts if that promises only 5. And whatever the case, it should go pass, and when you've denied 4 spades by bidding your waiting bid, then your partner should just bid 3 no trump, essentially. So the contract should be 3 no trump. And if you play 3 no trump from the North hand, you may be able to avoid the diamond lead, but it's not really going to matter because on the diamond lead from this hand, which, by the way, normally I find that if you lead a high diamond, then it ends up better overall. But definitely leading a low diamond here with an entryless hand and hoping to catch partner with something is very reasonable. So you lead a diamond, and as you can see on the steal, it doesn't matter whether you lead a high or a low diamond. You continue diamonds, and then Declare will duck 2 rounds and then can see that, what he has to do essentially is just knock out the ace of spades and hope that the diamonds are 5-3 with the ace of spades in the other hand, or that they're 4-4 with the ace of spades in the other hand. Then you'll make your contract either way. So 3 no trump making 4 is a pretty normal result. Okay. Alright, board 2. So board 2, East deals and East passes, and South has kind of a bad 14 count. So it's going to open 1 club, and it's going to go pass, and North is going to bid 1 heart, pass, 2 hearts. And now some Wests may do some sort of a weird aggressive balance, like you might try 2 spades, since you're not vulnerable. So I don't mind it so much. You should talk to your partner about what a delayed 2 spade bid here might show, like, for example, whether it might show only 4 spades and longer clubs, for example, since you didn't bid originally. But we'll just pretend they didn't bid. So it goes pass, and now I think that because you have the club fit and you have an 11 count and a doubleton, you can really construct some hands where game might be cold or even decent. So, like, let's say you gave your partner queen 4th of hearts and ace king 5th of clubs. That's a 9 count, and that's basically on 2 clubs. So I think that that you, unfortunately, they're about as light as you can really be for a game try, but you have to make a game try. The other thing is, when you're playing 2/1 or standard, your partner can have a minimum hand with shortness. Let's say if they have shortness in diamonds, suddenly your hand grows up a lot. So whatever game try you make, you should probably, a lot of people in this scenario would play that, 2-no asking, something like that, and then it goes pass, and your partner's responses would be 3-3-4-4 So 3 with a min, 3 with a max, 4 with a min, 4 with a max. And this hand is kind of interesting. It's definitely a maximum in the range. But actually, I think if your partner made a game try, you might reject it based on the fact that you're 4 triple 3 and you have 3 of the queens. But regardless, I think that over the 2-no asking bid, you are going to show 4 with a maximum, since that's the hand that you have. And so you guys will probably end up in 5 or 4 hearts, going down 1, and not really any way to make it, because nothing really goes anywhere. Even if they don't cash their tricks immediately, you won't be able to pitch them or anything like that. So probably 4 hearts down 1. If you do manage to get to only 3 hearts, then I'm sure you get a very good result. Board 3, South deals and passes, and this hand is not good enough to open a weak 2, so they pass. And North has 17 count, so they open 1-no in 3rd seat. And so here, if you have a system to show your hand, let's say you could bid 2 spades for spades and a minor or something like that, you probably will. And if you do that, then you're going to rest in 2 spades. And as you can tell, we did not play 2 spades at our table, so I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen. And I think that if you do play 2 spades, then you're going to have trouble getting to the dummy, so you're just going to lose the tricks that you're going to lose, as long as they shift to, if they start a trump. They're very unlikely to start a trump. They're probably going to start the 8 of diamonds, is my guess, and then they're going to shift to a trump. So you'll be able to ruff 1 diamond on the dummy and lead a club up. So you'll get 5 spades, and another spade is 6, and 1 club is 7. So I think if you're playing 2 spades, you're likely to go down 1. But notice that if they do lead trumps, then they can actually hold you to, I think they can hold you to down 2, although it might be one of those weird scenarios where you can only take your 5 spade tricks if they have the timing to keep you from getting any club tricks. But at our table, actually went 1-no trump, all pass. And they start by cashing the first 5 spades. And here, this person is going to be pitching a few hearts here. So you really should try to get your partner to not play hearts. So you should be discouraging the heart suit here. And now, you would do best to exit with a diamond to make North guess as to whether to guess the heart or take the club finesse. And I think at most tables, whatever contract you play, probably go 5 rounds of spades, and at some you'll be able to tell whether the club hook is on side or who you should be playing for the queen of hearts, or maybe they'll even play a heart or a club away from the king. So I think that we're probably going to make 2. So if you did make 1, like I actually couldn't really tell from my table where the queen of hearts was, but then I assumed that this person may have bid with the hand that they held if they also had the king of clubs. So then I actually only made 1, so I think that was actually only a little below average, because some people were maybe in 3-no down or 2-no down. Okay, board 4. This is an interesting one. So West opens 1 spade, and North has an interesting problem, and I did not bid with the North hand, and another very good player I talked to did not bid, and then an even better player I talked to did bid, or did not. So I think the general consensus is that you don't have enough to bid 2 diamonds on this hand. But if you do bid 2 diamonds, then the auction is going to work out great for you. You're going to bid 2 diamonds, and it's going to go pass, and South is probably going to jump to 5 diamonds with 5 cards support, an ace, and a void. And this is going to put this hand in a brutal bidding problem here. Yeah, like, the thing is that it's going to be pretty brutal for sure because, you know, you definitely can't just randomly pick a major suit. You definitely have enough, too much to pass. So you're probably going to double 5 diamonds, and it's going to go pass, and this hand does not want to bid 6 clubs, so they probably will pass. So you'll end up actually beating 5 diamonds, 1 trick. Now, if you do not overcall, it should go pass, 1 no trump, forcing, pass, and now this hand should bid 2 hearts. This is not strong enough for a 3 heart game forcing bid, because your hand is good if you have a fit, but if you don't have a fit, then it's not necessarily worth a game force. So it goes pass, and you should probably just preference to 2 spades. You might try 3 clubs since you do have 7 clubs, but I think with 2-2 in the majors, you might just bid 2 spades. And again, pass. And now over the 2 spade bid, now that this hand knows that East has 2 spades, then I think their hand actually grows up a lot, and I don't mind a 4 spade bid now after you find out that you do have a fit. But also, if you want to try 3 spades, that's fine too. If you rebid 3 spades here, it just shows that you had 6 spades, 4 hearts, and extra values, which is exactly what your hand is. So yeah, I don't mind either bid at all. And if you get to 4 spades on this auction, North is going to lead a high diamond, and South is going to try to play the card that they want to play to get you to shift to a club, but it's not going to be very likely that you find the club shift, even if you think that the diamond that South plays is kind of weird looking. I don't think that shifting to a club is going to be very attractive when neither of you bid diamonds, and West has shown 10 cards in the majors. I don't think you really want to shift to a club, king, ace, rough, you know, like pitch the other diamonds. So I think that 4 spades making 6 is another pretty common result. So let's just go back real quick to overcalling on this hand. So the disadvantage to overcalling, and this is not exactly a disadvantage, this is just a fact, is that your hand sucks for a vulnerable 2-diamond overcall. Your partner will expect you to have more than what you have, which is essentially you have ace, king, queen of diamonds. That's like your hands. Now, the benefit of overcalling 2 diamonds is, as you can see on this hand, when you catch a big fit, you can make life very difficult for your opponents. If you overcall 2 diamonds and they end up declaring from your left-hand side, it may, you know, help them, your side, with the lead. And also, you know, when you bid in their auctions, it makes life more difficult for them. They can have a much less clean auction. But the big disadvantages for overcalling 2 diamonds is that your partner takes you too seriously and gets carried away. Or if it goes 2 diamonds, all pass, you're probably not very happy because you're probably going down 2 tricks because, you know, if your partner has a hand where you're making 2 diamonds, they likely would have bid something. So in that case, you're going down 2 vulnerable under tricks, which is not good. Certainly if it goes pass, double, all pass, you're not happy because you don't expect to take that much more than your 3 diamond tricks with the diamonds behind you. So a lot of disadvantages to overcalling, but I think it's okay if you're playing match points where sometimes you have to do some stuff that's a little gross, and also at match points your partner may give you more leeway and try not to stretch to those vulnerable games. Alright, next board. So North deals, and North has just a pretty normal 1 no trump opener. So they open 1 no, and this hand if they have a bid that shows both minors, most people I think play two no trumps showing both minors. I don't mind them making it because you're white on red and your minor suit spots are somewhat decent. So if you do this, then if you bid two no trump for the minors, South will probably double this, I think, holding king, queen, fourth, king, third in the minors. And this hand should probably pass, saying they have no preference. And it's going to go pass. And this hand is going to pick one of the minors. And I think you're actually going to just end up in three of whatever minor you pick doubled. Which it looks like that North-South have about 8 tricks against your minor, so then that means you're going to go down 4. So not a good result for sure if you chose to do that. But it's key that they actually choose to double you here. But anyway, I think most people are going to pass because of your queens and, just only 5-5. So pass, and now you transfer to spades, even though you have crappy suit. Partner bids 2 spades, pass, 2 no trump, pass, 4 spades, all pass. And the play is a little bit interesting. I think that East should probably lead their singleton queen of hearts. That seems pretty normal. And North can win this trick. And, it's actually a little bit of an interesting bidding or play problem. But I think you're going to end up okay because the ace of diamonds is onside. So I think what North should do is win this trick and just lob a diamond up immediately. Hopefully planning to be able to ruff one diamond and then pitch one on the and pitch a club on the king of hearts. That way you don't have to take the club finesse. But if you did get the friendly lead of a club into the jack, now you have a little better timing so that you can decide what order you want to play things. But generally it's going to involve ducking one spade, winning the second spade with the ace, and having the timing to lob your diamond up twice to make sure you have the most likely chance of taking however many tricks you take, 10 tricks. Alright, board 6. East opens 1 diamond, South passes. This hand bids 1 heart. And I think North should bid 2 clubs here because they're white on red, and even though they only have a 5-card suit, they have pretty good suit texture, so you're unlikely to get doubled here. But even though your hand is terrible, like you don't have a hand where you really love it that much. And East should make a support double. South bids 3 clubs, pass, pass. And with the singleton club, I think this hand also, a 15 count. They want to compete. So when you do compete, you should try 3 diamonds because you, don't want to just commit to 3 hearts. And in 3 diamonds, you're going to lose 3 spades and 1 club. And because the heart finesse is on side and hearts are 3-3, you'll be able to actually set up your 4th heart to pitch your 4th spade. So kind of nothing, not really that, interesting of a board. So I think 3 diamonds making 3, probably a pretty normal result. Oopsie. Move this up here. Okay. Alright, board 7. So South deals and opens 1 club, and this hand overcalls 1 spade, and North has a pretty prototypical negative double here. And East should probably try, they should probably do something. I think kind of depends on what your agreements are, but they should probably just give 2 hearts a go. Even though the negative double shows 4 hearts, You're 6'5", you kind of want to get active in this auction. So if you do bid 2 hearts, South may pass, or they may try a little aggressive 3 clubs here. And this hand will pass. And over 3 clubs, North is definitely just going to try 3 no trump. And against 3 no, this hand has a very easy diamond lead, which is going to catch their partner with a good enough diamond holding. And you're going to be kind of booked for down however many, I think down 2. You're going to take your 6 clubs and the ace of diamonds, but then they're going to be able to cash. They're going to be able to get 4 diamonds, a spade is 5, and the ace queen of hearts if you let them. So you get 6 clubs and the ace of diamonds and go home for down 2. Now, let's say that East chooses to pass over the negative double, and now South gets to bid a very sedate 2 clubs, and it should go pass. And so now North has an interesting problem. At my table, I decided to just bid 3 no trump, which is quite aggressive, but I knew that I could count 6 club tricks and the king of spades, just hoping for a little bit extra from my partner. But I think that if you want to raise to 3 clubs, or if you want to rebid 2 no trump, I think either of those bids are pretty normal, and your partner will pass both of those, 2 no or 3 clubs. So at our table, they actually let a spade, so then I was able to make it. But what should you lead on this kind of auction? A club, a spade, double, pass, 2 clubs, pass, 3 no trump from this hand. And certainly you could give a spade a shot, since your partner did bid 1 spade at vulnerable. But I also don't hate a diamond lead on that auction either, because your North at least has 1 spade stopper. This auction does not show a really strong spade stopper like some auctions do. Like, for example, if you look at the hand, I only had king and 1. It was my partner who had queen jack 4th. But the thing is that oftentimes I'm bidding 3 no with a partial fit in clubs, and you can sort of tell that from your hand because you have a club void. So if I have hearts and clubs and a spade stopper, I probably don't have that much in diamonds, as is the case on this hand. Alright, board 8. So West deals and opens 3 clubs. This is just a completely normal 3 club bid. And North passes, East passes, and South is going to make a takeout double. And it's going to go pass, and North is going to bid 3 diamonds. Pass to you. Now South has kind of an interesting problem. I think 3 hearts is reasonable. And here, the double and 3 hearts does not show like a really huge hand. It shows some extras, but it mainly just shows 4 spades and 5 hearts, probably. And you should have a little bit extra, but it doesn't show like a really massive hand. So you could do that, and you could pass 3 diamonds. And yeah, I mean, those are basically your options. So if you do bid 3 hearts, North should probably just pass, and then you're going to go down 1. But if you pass 3 diamonds, you'll actually be able to make it, despite how the hand looks very unfriendly. And the play is very interesting. So East is going to lead the 9 of clubs against 3 diamonds. It's going to go Jack, King, low. And I think West does best to just shift to a trump, to give North like the fewest entries to their hand possible. And when they shift to the 9 of trumps, North should probably guess this is a singleton. So anyway, so they win it on the board with the king of diamonds. And you can go ahead and try to cash the queen of diamonds, I think. That's not going to hurt you, and find out about the bad news. And now, in order to make 3 diamonds, I believe what you have to do is you have to just give up on taking the heart finesse and just bang out ace of hearts, queen of hearts, and then giving up that king of hearts. And now your plan is going to... Now let's say they return another club, you can ruff this and just start, running your hearts at them, and eventually they get one heart, one spade, one club, and one diamond for down one. And but this only does work because the hearts are 3-3. If the hearts are not 3-3, then you may have other issues. But yeah, so I think that that is probably the called for line here. Now, if you do get a spade shift into the dummy, you can win this, I think. And they'll probably throw in the 10. So spade to the 6-10 king. And now you can actually eventually take the heart finesse. So you cash the king of diamonds, and it goes 9 low low. And I think you might still be okay if you cash the queen of diamonds. Maybe not. Maybe you here at this point you actually can't cash the queen of diamonds. But anyway, at this point your plan is to just drive out the high spades. Just keep throwing this hand in. They'll have one club exit, which you can ruff, and then I think that you can you can pitch your club on the 4th spade if they let you have that, and then hopefully, I'm not sure if you can cross back to your hand and take the heart finesse. It's a little tricky for sure. It may be just the right play to, let's see, this is kind of an interesting hand. So what has happened is 9 of clubs to the low, king, low, and they decided to shift to a spade to the 10, king. Now you cash the king of diamonds, and it goes 9 low low, and you play a spade, and this hand wins, and they cash the ace of spades, and now they play a club, which you're forced to ruff here. So now you're down to stiff queen of diamonds on the board, and a good spade, and ace, queen, jack, 5th of hearts. So that's interesting. Maybe you had to do something else earlier to make 3 diamonds. Anyway, you can put it into deep finesse if you really would like to know. Okay, so moving on. So north deals and passes, east passes, and I think south should probably open a 3rd seat, 1 club, with 11 points and non-vulnerable. And this hand has a normal takeout double, and now you bid 1 spade, pass 2 spades, and I'll pass. So you should probably get to 2 spades, pretty normal auction. Now, the play is kind of interesting. So this hand, they might lead a diamond, or they might lead their singleton club. But let's say you decide to lead your singleton club. And so you should win it on the board. That way you can lob a spade up towards your king. So it goes spade to the jack, king, ace. So now you know the spade position. And here, I don't know what this hand is going to shift to. At our table, they shifted to the ace of hearts and another heart. So you might as well finesse because you know that this hand made a takeout double. So it's not like they're getting a ruff in hearts. So they probably just have ace queen. So you can finesse, and when you do finesse, you should overtake in your hand with the jack of hearts to lob a spade now up towards this hand. So this hand plays low, and you should play whatever to cover it, because since your righty played the jack, they either have the jack stiff or queen jack doubleton, and either way you don't want to play the 10. And you don't have to play the 8 either. So anyway, yeah, so you win this trick, they show out. And now you maybe if you do get back to your hand and lob another spade up, you won't have a spade to be able to ruff your diamond. So I think it's okay, actually, if you want to give up on drawing trumps down and just play on your side suits. And so you can play a club to your hand, and this hand ruffs, and then you give up a diamond and the extra trump for making two. Alright, next board. East deals and opens one spade. South passes. This hand should bid Jacoby to no trump. North passes. East has the option of showing a singleton heart, which I would, even though it's the ace, just because you have a little extra and you don't really want to show like, a balanced minimum. So you show a stiff eight, a singleton heart, and it goes pass, and this hand has no interest and bids four spades. Actually, I think this hand is probably worth a three spade bid over a singleton heart still, just because you have ace king fifth of trumps and two doubletons. Your king queen of hearts certainly is terrible value, but you're not going to cubit or accept any game tries. You're just going to give your partner a little room with three spades, just in case they have a very good hand with weak trumps, So what you're going to do, your plan is to bid three spades, and then over whatever they cubit, just bid four spades, just to say that you don't have like the worst possible hand, which you could have, conceivably a worse hand, I guess. But I'm not sure if it's right to jump to four spades holding ace king fifth of trumps. And your partner might be looking at five small trumps and a really good hand outside, and you do have two doubletons, so that they might be able to cover their losers there. Anyway, regardless, you guys should get to four spades, and South is probably, I don't know what South is going to lead when they show heart shortness, but it doesn't really matter what South leads. Whatever they lead, you're just going to get your two aces, and if somehow the spades are played from this side, you can actually get three tricks on a club lead, but otherwise you can't. Alright, so now this board, South deals, and again, we open our 11s mostly, so this hand is a pretty decent 11 with moderate spots. So we do open this hand, one diamond, pass. Now you bid two clubs, and East should probably throw in a two heart bid at none bowl, because you really want that heart lead against 3-no. And it probably goes pass, three hearts. And now North continues with three spades, pass, four spades, all pass. And if you played it from this side, then East has a natural king of hearts lead. So then, because the clubs are friendly, you'll be able to make four spades, no problem, just by winning this trick. And drawing three rounds of trumps and setting up clubs. If you somehow manage to wrong side this contract, this hand unfortunately has a natural ace king of diamonds diamond, and that's going to beat you one trick here. So yeah, a little bit of siding, but and let's say what happens if you don't open this hand. So pass, one club, one heart, negative double, three hearts maybe, whatever you play that as. Three spades, pass, four spades. So that will also side it in the North hand. So probably only if you play like a weak no trump or something. Alright, so this board, West deals and opens one no trump, pass, three no trump, all pass. And now North has an automatic spade lead. Remember, at 1-no, 3-no, we generally just lead our stronger major, unless our majors are like too small or three small, then you might consider the too small to try to catch your partner. And you did catch your partner with queen fourth, so you play some spades, and North is probably, or this hand is probably going to be able to tell that the spades are 4-4, so they're just going to try to knock out the diamond. And so if they do lead a diamond up to the jack, you should probably sky the ace of diamonds, just because it's very unlikely your partner has a diamond honor for this play, and they may be able to have 10 tricks if you let them have a diamond. And on this actual deal, if they do take the heart finesse, then they will have 10 tricks. So I don't know if they would have or not, but if you sky and just cash your spade for making 3. Alright, now North deals, lovely hand. And East probably is going to open 1 club here. But actually at our table they did pass, so I'll give you the auction as they pass here. So 1 diamond opener, 1 spade overcall, North passes, and now this hand probably is going to bid 2 diamonds, Q bid. And I think that this hand is pretty strong. Normally the double of 2 diamonds shows diamonds, like 6 diamonds or something like that, so they may not want to do that. But 2 hearts seems a little misguided. So I think you could double 2 diamonds, or you could try 2 hearts. Or you could pass, planning to double later, I guess. Anyway, so let's say that you double 2 diamonds. I don't know. And now this hand just bids 2 spades. They have no interest. And North passes. And this hand maybe has a good enough hand that they think they want to bump to 3 spades. And South doubles again to show a really good hand now. And it goes pass. And now North has an interesting decision. They could bid 4 diamonds here, or they could pass. I don't think bidding 4 hearts is really an option on that auction. I will give you the auction that happened at my table in a second. A very interesting decision. I think that on this auction I would probably just pass the double of 3 spades, because my partner had the option with a strong hand and lots of diamonds to bid diamonds over the 2 diamond bid. So once they didn't do that, it doesn't sound like they have a hand that is extremely offensively oriented anymore. So you should probably end up in 3 spades doubled on that auction. Now our auction was very different. Over the 1 spade overcall I passed, and East jumped to 3 spades. And now South doubled and went pass. And again, I had a pretty terrible quandary. I thought that 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, and pass were all in the game here. Sometimes here, your partner has like a spade void or something. So, I didn't know if I really should be passing with the partial diamond fits. Anyway, I decided to bid 4 hearts, and they doubled me. And actually 4 hearts is pretty difficult to defeat since the hand is quite friendly. So we actually did make 4 hearts, but I'm not very confident on my bid. I think probably the correct and safest bid is 4 diamonds over this takeout double. Alright, so this board 14, East deals and opens 1 club, pass, 1 heart, 1 spade, and now East bids 2 hearts. And South, I think being flat and not having a Q bid below 3 spades, you should probably just bid 2 spades. Both your opponents are bidding. It's not very likely you have a game with this hand, so 2 spades is probably good enough. And this hand, actually, even though they only have 4 points, they do have a singleton, and they have 5 trumps, and they're not vulnerable. So I think they might actually consider competing to 3 hearts. If they do that, North passes, and East passes. But if they don't compete, then it should go pass, and East should compete either to 3 hearts or 3 clubs. And now South may decide to take a piece out of this contract, holding, a 12 count with Ace, King, 10 of hearts. And so if they do not double this contract, North is going to be on lead against 3 hearts, and having no clues is probably just going to lead a diamond, which, as you can see, is just going to allow it to make. without any difficulty. I think they're just going to get you're going to get one spade and three hearts on the diamond lead. But anyway, so let's say you decide to double it as the south hand, and now North is on lead. So against three hearts doubled, the Queen of Hearts is an extremely normal lead here. Just because generally we should be leading trumps against doubled part scores. If your partner has stuff outside, or if they have good trumps, then what you generally want to do is you want to draw their trumps so they can't ruff anything outside. So on the Queen of Hearts lead, actually, South can see that your partner may shift to a diamond, and it may be right, but it's not likely to be right, I think. So actually, my partner made a very good play here. He overtook my Queen of Hearts with the king and shifted to a spade himself. So we were able to get our two spades and three hearts for down one. Alright, so board 15. So South deals and opens one club, and this hand probably passes. I mean, if you want to throw in a one spade overcall since you're white on red, I don't hate it. Pass. And North bids one diamond, and East passes, and South probably is going to rebid one spade at this point, just to show that you're 5-4-2-2, pass, and I think North should probably bid fourth suit forcing, whatever that is, so that would be two hearts at this point. I think most of you play that, right? Fourth suit forcing, pass, and they bid two no trump, and pass, and now North is going to go ahead and show that they have that club fit, bid three clubs, pass, and now South will bid three diamonds to show that they have that partial diamond fit, pass, and now North doesn't really have slam interest. They just wanted to, let their partner know they had clubs in case their partner had future aspirations. So now North just bids three no. And regardless, you should play three no from the South hand. And as to what this hand should lead, probably on this auction, you're going to end up leading a heart, which is going to roll around to the king, and then you're going to drive out the diamond, and meanwhile they will probably knock out the heart for you. So you're going to get three spades, two hearts is 5, 4 diamonds is 9, but I think we lost some tricks along the way. So I think you might make, how many tricks? So you lost one, so 2 clubs, 3 spades is 5, 4 diamonds is 9, and 2 hearts is 10, 11. So on the heart lead, you'll actually be able to make 11 tricks. At our table, they let a diamond. So on the diamond lead, you don't get 2 heart tricks anymore. So as long as they hang on to their spades, you should make 10 tricks here. So now West deals 8, 10, 15. So West opens 1 no trump, and North passes, East transfers to spades, South passes, and if you have a minimum super accept, you can go ahead and make that with 3 spades. Otherwise, you just bid 2 spades and pass, and East is probably going to bid 3 diamonds over 2 spades, or probably just bid 4 spades over a minimum super accept. Generally, you only have 11 points and you're 5-5. You don't want to try to play your partner for the absolute perfect hand to be making your slam tries. But here, they bid 3 diamonds, pass. Now this hand bids 3 spades, pass, 4 spades, pass, pass. And now North has kind of an interesting decision, whether you should double or not. And I think that actually double is very clear. If you look at your hand, if the king of spades is in the no trump opener's hand, then they're just basically going down as you have 4 tricks. However, unless they can play out all their side suit winners and then end play you, right? But even if the king of spades is in your left-hand opponent's hand, you only have 7 points. And as I said, there should probably the opponents did not make any slam tries or anything like that. So your partner is marked with some points. So your partner is likely to have a trick somewhere, and your ace, queen, jack, 10 of spades is likely to make life difficult for the opponents at the very least. So I think that double is pretty called for here. If you double and they make it, then you just say, okay, well, bad luck. But I think they'll probably go down at least 9 times out of 10, if not more. So if you do double, they just have to lose the ace of diamonds and your 3 trump tricks. Kind of nothing to the play. Even if you don't lead a diamond, it doesn't go anywhere. So yeah. So if you do double, then you get a very good result because as you can see, East-West do make 4 no trump, but I don't think that, either of them can really figure out to run to 4 no trump here. Because it might just be very, very silly, right? So yeah. 4 spades down 1 or 4 spades doubled down 1 should be your result. Okay, so here North deals pass, 1 spade pass, 1 no trump. Pass 2 hearts, and again not strong enough for a game forcing 3 hearts. Pass 2 spades, pass, and it feels a little gross because you haven't been promised a fit yet, but I think you have too much extra to not bid 3 hearts, so you go ahead and do that. Pass, and then South has a very close decision as to whether to kick you into game or to pass 3 hearts. I think it's very close, but I think that what one of my regular partners said is that he finds that the north hand here is just an absolute dead minimum for what a 3 heart bid could be, and even still game is playable. So I think that raising is not unreasonable at all. And anyway, so regardless, you should be playing some number of hearts, and they will probably lead the queen of clubs, or they might lead a trump because they have queen jack 4th of spades. But whatever I think probably queen of clubs lead is more called for. Or you could even try the 10 of diamonds, honestly. But the main thing is that you have 4 spades, so your spades aren't that strong, and you know that if the spades are 5, 4, 2, 2 around the table because of the spade preference. So because of that, you know that your partner is likely to be over-ruffing spades, so you don't want to just kill your partner's trumps immediately. I think that would be the reason to not lead a trump. But regardless of what you lead, the goal of the north hand should be able to ruff some spades, but you should definitely use your entries to lead spades up towards your hand. So they lead the queen of clubs, you win the ace, you play a spade to the 10 jack, probably something like that. And they play another club, and I mean, this is not like the best so far. It might be right to take a heart finesse originally. Anyway, if they lead a club, it's going to be a little dicey. You might only make 3. But if they do lead a trump, then it's going to be pretty easy for you. So you win the queen of hearts and cross to the dummy and lead a spade up. And now they can clear trumps, but then you just win it on the board, lead a spade up, the king pops, you drive out the jack of spades, queen of spades, no problem. Alright, so East steals, probably passes. If you open, that means you open very light. So pass, 8, 10. I think this is either a 1 spade or a 1 no opener, depending on how frisky you feel. So if you open a spade, North passes, and East probably bids 1 no trump, or if you have a natural 2 diamonds available to you in this seat, you should try that. So 2 diamonds and South passes, and this hand has enough to try 3 clubs. And North passes, and this hand has no heart stopper, so they have to bid something. So they probably are going to try 3 spades with strong spades. Pass, and now this hand might just bid 4 spades. So if you actually have that auction, you might get to the best spot of 4 spades, which it says you make 5, but I think you'll probably only make 4 because you're not likely to get the spades perfectly here. But, if you do decide to open a no trump, it's going to go 1 no, 1 no, 3 no, sorry. And North again has an automatic heart lead. Catch their partner with the 5-card suit, run 5 hearts for down 1. Alright, board 19. So South deals, and I think with the 5-5 and non-vulnerable, you should probably open a heart, just barely good enough. So 1 heart, pass, 1 spade, pass. Now South bids 2 clubs, pass, 2 diamonds, game forcing, pass, 3 clubs, or if you're feeling really bad about yourself, you could try 2 hearts, which does not show 6 hearts since you didn't rebid 2 hearts initially. You could contain 6 hearts, but it doesn't show it. And now North bids 2 spades, or 3 spades, pass, and South probably is going to have to raise with the singleton queen since they can't bid no trump. So at our auction, they rebid 2 hearts, I bid 2 spades, showing 6 or more spades. Since your partner denied 3 spades by not bidding 2 spades originally, so to rebid your spades, you must have 5 extremely good ones or 6 to really want to consider this as a contract. So now South raised to 3 spades on the stiff queen, and North bid 4 clubs, Q-bid. And so it's very close as to whether South should make a counter try. If South Q-bids 4 hearts, then North is definitely just going to key card, and they're going to get to 6 spades, which is on the diamond finesse, which it happens to be on side today. And actually, with the Queen 10 doubleton of hearts falling, you don't need to take the diamond finesse twice. You can just take it once. Actually, you don't even need to take it because you can ruff 1 diamond and then draw trumps and play ace king of hearts. But anyway, essentially it's on a diamond finesse, so it's okay to not get to the slam, I think. But anyway, it's very close as to whether South should Q-bid back 4 hearts. They definitely have a very terrible hand. Like literally, their values are the ace king of hearts and the queen of spades, basically. But if you play serious, non-serious in this auction, and your partner makes a serious 4 club Q, then I think it's probably right to bid 4 hearts. But if you don't play that, then you don't really know, so your partner may be looking for a little more from you. And there's nothing really to the play, just draw trumps and take some diamond finesses, basically. Alright, board 20, so West deals and passes, and North 4, 8, 10, 13. Right, so North opens 1 club, and East overcalls 1 diamond. South bids 2 clubs, and they bid 2 diamonds. And now North is close between pass and 3 clubs, I think. And the argument for bidding 3 clubs is that you have the 4th club, which your partner doesn't necessarily play you for. And you also have a max hand. The argument against bidding is that you have the queen of diamonds, which is not necessarily working, and you're vulnerable, and your partner may only have 4 clubs, and also they're only in 2 diamonds, so if they make 2 diamonds, that's 90, but if you're down in 3 clubs, that's 100. So I think it's very close. I elected to pass. So if you do pass, then your partner will lead the 4 of clubs to the jack, queen, 8. And now looking at the dummy, you know a lot of things. So your partner did not show a major over the 1 diamond bid, right? So your partner, this 4 of clubs has to be from 5. So you know your partner has 5 clubs. and your partner can have at most 2 diamonds, so give them 2 diamonds, and they can be at most 3-3 in the majors. So at trick 1, you should know your entire partner's shape, that your partner is 3-3-2-5, and this is going to help you out with the defense in a second. So first of all, it's going to mean that since your partner didn't do some sort of weird raise on a 3-card suit or something, that you can go ahead and cash the ace of clubs and allow your partner to give you suit preference on this trick, which your partner should probably play the 7 of clubs, because I don't think they can necessarily tell whether... Well, I mean, they will be able to tell because the 9-8 will fall. So they can actually play the 10 of clubs for you to give you like a very strong suit preference for spades. But even if they don't do that, even if they just play the 7, you'll be able to work out this isn't a heart signal. And you can see that there's a heart suit that can be set up. You know declare has 3 hearts because you know partner's shape, right? So it's important to shift to a spade. Just hope you catch your partner with the king and drive out the ace of spades before they set up their hearts. And so in this case, you'll take 2 clubs, 2 spades, and 1 heart, presuming that they guess the hearts right, which they probably should. Oh, and guess the diamonds right. Again, they probably should guess that right since you did open. So if they're in 2 diamonds, they'll make 2 diamonds, which is better than 3 clubs down 1. So if you did bid 3 clubs, your big advantage comes if East decides their hand is too good and decides to compete to 3 diamonds, which they almost certainly will not make. So again, it's very close whether to bid 3 clubs or pass with the North hand, I think. Oopsie. Alright, we're getting down there. So board 21, North deals and East opens. I think this is 18 points. So you open 1 club. And South passes, I think. And they bid a heart. Pass. 2 no trump. Pass. 3 no trump, I guess. You know, I don't mind a pass of 2 no either. But anyway, so let's say you're in 3 no trump. And South is going to lead a high club. And North is going to encourage. And East is going to win this trick. And now what you should probably do is you should probably work on hearts for your tricks. Let's just count some tricks here. You have 2 clubs and you hopefully 4 hearts, which is 6, and 1 spade, which is 7. So a lot of work to do here. So I think that you should start out you should maybe start out by just running the Jack of Hearts. And this will lose to stiff queen, but it's very unlikely that North has stiff queen and South has 5 hearts, didn't lead them. So I think you just run the Jack of Hearts. You definitely don't want to blow your King of Hearts entry because that's your only guaranteed entry to the dummy, really. So anyway, so you run the Jack of Hearts and it actually holds, which is great. And so now you can, you know, this is kind of a messy hand. You definitely don't want to just play a spade up right now because your spades are very weak. So you should probably work on diamonds, but you really would prefer to work on diamonds from the dummy, but your dummy entries are very limited. So I think that you might actually just play the 6 of diamonds towards the Jack, and when you do that, you're going to be rewarded by the fact that the Ace King of diamonds are both in the South hand. So now you are actually doing pretty well here. You've gotten up to 4 hearts, and 1 diamond is 5, and 2 clubs is 7, and 1 spade is 8. So again, no real hurry to play on spades at this point. I think that once the Jack of diamonds holds, you should just try a diamond back up, hope that they're 3-3 while you still have that entry. South is probably going to be able to continue a club because their partner encouraged. In order to beat it, I think you may have to work out the spade shift at this point. And anyway, so East wins the club and just knocks out that last diamond, is happy to find that the suit is 3-3. And so now you have 4 hearts, 2 diamonds is 6, 1 spade, and 2 clubs is 9 for 9 tricks. So if this is what happened, then you actually will end up making 3 no trump. Yeah, kind of a friendly layout for you. But if South ever does shift to a spade, then you're not really going to be able to make it. Alright, so East deals and opens 1 club, South bids 1 heart, 1 spade, and North probably bids 3 hearts, and East can make a little aggressive bit of a 3-no bid, but they're kind of end played into doing so. And over 3-no, it probably goes all pass. And against 3-no trump, they may try like a surprise attack diamond if they want, but regardless, you're going to get 7 clubs, 1 heart is 8, and 3 spades is 9, 10, 11 for 11 tricks. If you lead a diamond and they guess to go up with the king, then they'll have 12 tricks. Over the 3-no bid, actually, there is a chance that West is going to move, but I don't think so necessarily. But if they do move, I think that they should probably try 4 diamonds to show diamonds and spades in a good hand. And anyway, if you do wander your way into 6 clubs, that will actually make, because the ace of diamonds is on the side, I think. So you'll be able to pitch 1 heart and lead a diamond up to the board. But if you do wander your way to slam, if you get to 6 spades, that's not going to be so good for you guys, because on the basically, I mean, it's down on any lead, of course. Alright, so South deals and opens 1 spade, and this hand may choose to bid 2 diamonds, or you may double. I actually like double because your diamond suit is only 5 cards and you have support for the other 2 suits. And now North, even though North has spade support, I think that this kind of hand with 3 small trumps and a 7-card heart suit really often just plays better in hearts, because your hand does not have a lot of value outside of hearts. So you should make a non-forcing 2 heart call over the double. And East may try an aggressive 3 diamonds, or they may pass. Probably they'll pass because their king jack of spades does not look so good. And over 2 hearts, non-forcing, I'm not sure what South is going to do, actually. It's kind of interesting. South may try 3 clubs, or they may pass. But if South tries 3 clubs, West passes, and I think North is just going to rebid their heart suit. But if they do they might preference to spades, and I think that South will just pass. And then that gets kind of messy. At our table, I actually forgot how to show a non-forcing 2 heart bid in our system, so I just bid 2 spades, and my partner bid game. As you can see, game is cold, and they can hold it to 4 if they never lead trumps, because he won't be able to pick up both the king jack of spades. But understandably, seeing that dummy with all the roughing value, they did shift to a trump at some point. And if you'll notice, actually, 4 hearts is the best spot, because your partner has that stiff jack of hearts, and you have enough entries to your hands to pick up everything. Alright, last board. So West deals for 8-12, opens 1 spade, pass. Now you could bid 2 diamonds, game forcing, or you can honestly just bid a forcing no trump with this hand. Your diamond suit is very weak and you only have 12 points. So actually I like a forcing no trump. That's probably what I would do. So if you bid a forcing no trump, South may chance a 2 club overcall, or they may not. And if they don't, then this hand will bid 2 clubs, and North passes again, and now this hand is going to give 2 no a shot, pass, and this hand will probably just pass, and you'll play 2 no. And in order to make 2 no, you actually need to guess the diamonds correctly by playing a diamond to the queen. So South is going to lead a club, and it's going to go low, 10, ace. and now, you can see that you have like no tricks anywhere. So you're going to try a diamond up. And you must, if you lead the 9 of diamonds, you can't run it because then you don't get like any diamond tricks. But if you play a diamond to the queen, just hoping for the best, or if South skies the king of diamonds with the intention of clearing clubs, then you'll be able to get a diamond trick. So in 2 no trump, if you do get a diamond trick, and the heart finesse is on side, so you'll get 3 hearts, 2 spades is 5, 1 diamond is 6, and 2 clubs is 8. So I think that you'll probably come to 8 tricks. And if you decided to game force this hand, then you got to 3 no trump, and you also came to 8 tricks for down 1. So yeah, that was this session. And, just thanks for watching, you guys. I love hearing, all the comments about the videos. And, if you have any more feedback, feel free to let me know. And the other thing I have to say is that, we did actually win this event, and we got 18.5 master points for this single session sectional event, which is just absolutely ridiculous. That's insane. The other week, I was at a tournament, and they had a 4-session knockout at a sectional that paid 22 master points. So that was also a sectional. So that was a 4-session KO. You played 4 sessions for 22 points, or you can play 1 session for 18.5 points. It's just ridiculous. The ACBL needs to reform its master points for sure. But anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.